All right, guys, welcome back to H Never Racing Channel. I think we're going to do another little bench talk here. I think today's topic will be batteries. We've learned a lot this year with batteries. So this is Brandy's Felony. This is for our competition. I've just done a nut and bolt, so I've checked everything over, make sure everything's tight and good to go. I have removed the tires, hand washed them, and looked for glue separation. No issues there either. These are silvers now. My alignment's done. On this car, how I do alignment is I would install the same size tire on the front, tilt the car on its two wheels, put a level across the front tire, and make my adjustments so they're level. That's what I find works for me. I know other guys and will do different things, but that's what we do. So the car's, basically ready to go, but I wanted to show what we do for settings. Now, everyone's different, and everyone's going to have their own opinion, but just thought I'd show what has been working for us. If you guys are able to log your data and so forth. Excuse me. So this is just the basic stuff here. I run a custom voltage cutoff. We've had some issues with the large cars cutting, so it works for us. Our BEC voltage is 7.5 because our servos are able to handle 7.5. Be very careful. It'll give you a warning. And brake-wise, we're running 70 right now. I just lowered it. And for her car, I have a little bit of a drag brake on just to help her stop. Felonies are a different car. But this is similar settings for my X12S, not 100%, but very similar. So the next category, we'll go to power. For speed runs, we run a start power that's low. Maximum power is 100%. Reverse, I only run 25%. We have driven cars off the road with having too much reverse. So that's more than enough reverse. For the first years or so, we ran about 40% punch control. I've been playing around with that a little bit, running a little bit more. It seems to be working for this car. Everyone's different, how it's going to work. On my Rolaro, my last run of 102, I had 100% punch control. Just playing with it to see what works and what I like and so forth. So that's up to you guys too. Motor-wise, this is a censored motor. This is a 1721. This is the first year, thanks to some good advice from some good friends of mine. I've been playing with timing. So her car is at 15 degrees timing right now, but I've gone as high as 20 in other cars and seems to work. So even for the little guys, the WL Toys and the Rolaros and stuff, you can play with that and see where it goes. Be careful, watch your temperatures. That's what you're after. So let's have a look at the log. I don't usually show logs, but Brandy's car, I believe she's been 106 with it. She's just re-familiarizing herself with the car, and with a broken ankle, it's hard, excuses, whatever, but she's doing well. It's slowly getting there where she's getting to full trigger more aggressively and so forth. So I've already decided that I'm not going to do a gear change for her. I did gear it up for the last runs we made, but I've already decided. But I just want to show on the log what I've learned from some people that have told me what I'm looking at now to make my decision about that. My Rolaro with the 101 mile per hour combination was pretty much maxed out. RPM was maxed out, and there's no point in just, more gear. So you're gonna have to change, KV or whatever you want to do. But, like I said, this is just what we've been doing. It has been working. We've had a few PBs this year, but for someone who doesn't know, maybe it gives them a little bit of an idea. I'm by far no expert on this. I have some trusted friends that I'll send my log to if I get confused, and we don't discuss gearing, but I'll get recommended in a direction because I'm still learning. We're all learning, right? So, sorry, it's loading. I think there's about 3 runs on here, but we'll just look at the last one. But that's why I like the Castle Link. It's really good. You just can see a lot. Also, not egomaniac wise, but I like to watch the videos of the runs we make on a large screen TV because I can see things that I didn't notice, like, oh, it did hit a rock, things like that. So it's good to reflect on it. We're all trying to go faster, so the more information, the better. Okay, we're almost loaded here, guys. So I'll have show you real quick. It's going to be a bunch of gibberish because I think there's 3 runs on here. Okay, so the first thing that I look at is this is an XLX2. So if we look down here, the maximum that she pulled was 287. So we're definitely in the safe area. Not going to hurt nothing by gearing up, okay? Next thing I'll look at is temperatures. This is the ESC temperature, got to only 110, and the motor temp got to 111. She did pull 38,810 RPM. But if you look here at power output, she only got to 91% throttle. So that's the area that she's working on, and I'm trying to help her with that. It's just, get the car planted and get to full and hold it. So this car will be fast once she gets there, and she's on her way. So, if I was thinking about gearing it up, I definitely could, because I'm nowhere near the max for that, and temperatures are fine and all of that. But the big thing that I've learned this year, and I'm going to show you, so let's take, this is her last run. Let's just go here. I'll put the Corsair, I hope you guys can see that. I'll try and hold the phone here and do it at the same time. The red line is the voltage. So I will run it over, and I'm watching the voltage, and as she got to full, which is right there, it dropped to 19.6 from 25.2. Now that's bad, but it also was the 3rd run of the battery. If I go back to there over here, and I look at the full trigger point, dropped to 21.9 from 25. So this is an Azura battery she's been using. It's pretty good battery. We find the China Hobby lines are better. On the X12S, the 2200 milliamp China Hobby line battery, the drop isn't nowhere near that bad, So that's what I've learned this year, to look at what battery. We've really, honestly, have seen 7 to 8 miles an hour difference with China Hobby line versus Azure. Now, doesn't mean Azure is a bad battery. It just means that, for that particular application, the drop's too much. So, like I said, because I'm not going to gear her up, I will basically just erase this and clear the log so that we can proceed with the run we're going to go run today. So while that's doing that, so what I'll do is I'll take you around here and I'll show you the car. So on this car, I have nut and bolted it. I have hand washed the tires. I have done an alignment, and I do my alignment this way, guys. I'll put the same size tire on the back, tilt the car up, and so forth and so on. We'll check the mesh, and the mesh is still good. And I'll make sure everything's nice and tight and ready to go. Foams, believe it or not, I will wash the foams. I'm looking for glue separation, things coming off of there. You're much more lucky with foams. They'll chunk and you can drive the car back. These things blow and the car is up in the air and in the ditch, right? So, but this year, and I'm sure it's, it's a little embarrassing, but this year is the first year that we're discharging. So I've noticed a difference. We'll come home and we will discharge every battery back to storage. This is SkyRC discharger. It's very fast, very fast. A 2S battery is probably like about maybe 10 minutes. So highly advise you guys would discharge your LiPos for safekeeping. 2 days of a LiPo being stored full and you're going to lose some of the power of it. So anyway, just wanted to do a quick video of what's going on, and the same thing applies for the small cars, WL Toys. So I know that when I go out today with this car that I've done my part and nothing's going to fall off or nothing like that, and it's straight and it's going to make a good run. So yeah, just want to do a short video, and hope that helps somebody out there, that it's worth the time, guys. I've got it down. Once you start doing